We have two people this year who are on the shortlist twice. One of them is Muichi Songolo in comics, but in short story and novella, we have Tlotlo Tsamaase, and I'm very anxious to hear her read.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for the nomination. The short story I'll be reading is called Behind Our Irises, which was published in Brittle Paper's Africanfuturism Anthology. And it's about a young Motswana woman who is very desperate for a job and becomes hired by an international firm that installs their employees with a surveillance technology. So I'm going to read from somewhere in the middle. By Monday, I had started to forget the trauma of my coworkers when the manager called me into his office to let me know that my probation was over and that they will finally review my contract. I would be upgraded to consultant with benefits, a better salary, and potential to upgrade further to housing benefits, medical, and more. There was one clause. My contract included a stipulation that I would have to be installed with new non-invasive pill form technology, WIAS, developed by the Nairobi Tech Hub of one of their prominent clients. If I agreed, then I could keep my job. If I didn't, then my current contract would run its course and I'll be out of work by the end of the year, jumping back into the hungry ocean of the unemployed. I had 2 months worth of pending rent. I had no savings, no belongings, nothing substantial to my name. My landlord had been threatening to throw out my belongings whilst I was at work. The thought of coming home to find my entire home outside the boundary wall had made me desperately change the locks, which set her off. This job was my ulcers. It'll be worth it in the end, our higher up said, adjusting his tie. He was a European man with a balding hairline, stocky fingers, and a certain kind of confidence that intimidated me. It will make your life so much easier. We're partnering with a highly esteemed technology company inside that's offering our employees absolutely free subscription to their app. It'll help you increase your productivity and streamline your life. You will be the best you that you can be. You're valuable to us and would hate to lose you. He leaned back into his chair, his hazel eyes boring into me. We're looking to expand our company into several countries, Zambia, Dubai, South Africa, Nigeria. He counted them off with his fingers as if they were already conquered. And we want to use this year to groom you because we see you eventually heading customer relations in Dubai once you cut your teeth in the region. That is, of course, if you stay with us. I swallowed deeply at the thought of living in what was widely regarded as the world's most technologically advanced city and of reaching the summit of the corporate ladder. I just had to swallow a pill that would deposit nanobots behind my eyes and connect me to the firm's network, ferrying data to and fro. Of course, I'll be paid a minimum sum of 100,000 pula, which felt like a shitload of money just to swallow a pill. There was another butterfly thought in my head. I ignored it. I signed the contract and took the pill. When I got home, I felt odd. A surge of anemia and fever overwhelmed me. I steadied myself on the walls of my apartment, wading through the heavy dark until I stumbled into bed out of breath. I had low energy to do anything, to nourish myself or call an ambulance. I felt wrecked with an exhaustion that I prayed sleep would solve. When the bright morning sun opened my eyes, I was urged by tightening in my gut that rushed me to the bathroom to vomit my entire self out. I sat propped against the bathtub, wiping sweat from my face. I actually felt better. Brushed my teeth, had breakfast, showered, and went to work. I had the best work day I've ever had in my life. Before long, I moved to a new apartment and bought new clothes. I went out more and had even more meaningless encounters with men I didn't care about, laughing over these dalliances with Duli who'd gotten a promotion. Then I started having strange tendencies towards staying late at work, smiling at the manager who flirted with every woman in the office. Then there were the blackouts. I'll be locking up after work, heading for a combi, then nothing but a complete sleep abyss in my memory. My 6 a.m. alarm would blare. I'd wake up in bed feeling sore, like I'd spent the day before and then had cardio workout, unable to recount where I was the night before or how I got home. Shortly after, I used my 100,000 pula as a down payment for a house in an exclusive gated community for employees of our firm. We worked together, we lived together, spent weekends together, carpooled to jobs and vacation homes and work trips. After months and months of this routine, I knocked off one night and stood in the dark foyer of my home, crumbled into a pile of skin and bones on the floor and cried, heaving hot breaths, not knowing why I was crying, that a deep chasm of hurt somewhere in my chest thronged and thronged with pain. I reached for my cell phone, but my front door flew open. The security guards of our estate, with flashing lights and heavy boots. Everything all right? You heard the alarm. Alarm? What alarm? I asked. They gathered me up. It's going to be all right. The doctor's on his way. Laid me on the living room couch. A man appeared, in his gown, spectacles and sleep-swept hair. My neighbor. Something glinted in his hand, reflected in the slim shape of moonlight, sliding through a crack in the curtains. A syringe. Shh, it's okay, sweetie. This will help. The guard's hands tied me back as I struggled. A sting, an urge. Slowly, I became swallowed into a current of sedation, my eyes slipping me into a prison of dark. Glimpsed at the doctor's handheld device, its glass display a map of our estate. Little dots with all our names, some green, some red. I was red, changing into amber, changing into green, as I fell into a forever deep slumber. And then I was gone, and my body became dazed. In the morning, I got up, breakfast, showered, dressed, carpooled with my colleagues in a state of silence to work. Late in the afternoon, I was upgraded. Yes, I'm done.
Ending on a cliffhanger. Brilliant. Yes. Oh boy. Another story of everyday life gone weird in the future. Thanks so much. Thanks for that.
Thank you.